And welcome to another video. Now, in the background, you're going to hear some family noises, potentially the 1-year-old and her favorite show right now, which is Daniel Tiger. But in other news, we have They're Coming for Your Kids Again. This article featuring an Ashton Chelenor, the boy who disappeared. Now, the alias of Ashton, and we're hearing happy noises now. Well, that was handled because Daddy made the dire sin of talking over Daniel Tiger. So, Amy Ashton Chelenor is a 23-year-old trans-identified male who, until recently, had a prominent role in UK politics and within Stonewall, a major LGBT lobbying group. There he is. And no, I will not deign to call that a she ever. Ever, ever, ever. His political career has been covered elsewhere, but we feel it's time to shine light on some of the murkier aspects of this story. There is certain urgency now that he and his associates are moderators on dozens of groups on Reddit, including some intended for young people. In August 2018, Amy's father, David, was found guilty of torturing and raping a 10-year-old girl in the attic of the family's Coventry home. Images of child abuse, including photographs of Chelenor and his victim, were found in the house and on Chelenor's computer and camera. It emerged that Chelenor Sr. committed his crimes while dressed as a little girl wearing baby doll dresses and nappies. For those who are not in the UK, a nappy is a diaper. David Chelenor was Amy's election agent when Amy stood as a Green Party candidate for Coventry South in 2017 and during the 2018 local elections. Amy, born as Ashton, appointed his father after his father had been arrested for the crimes which now see him serving a 22-year prison sentence. It is well known that David Chelenor used the alias Baloo, as in Baloo from the Jungle Book, and was heavily involved in the Green Party through Amy. Could you possibly get any more gross than this? And this is an advertisement. This is not an ad on the website. This is an actual insignia from the Green campaign, LGBTIQA plus Greens. Thanks to Elliot Corner and Baloo Chelenor, meaning Amy's father who raped a 10-year-old girl, for making these graphics celebrating our new trans policy. The Green Party recognizes that trans men are men, trans women are women, and non-binary identities exist and are valid. The Green Party recognizes that trans men are men, trans women are women, and non-binary identities are valid. Join.greenparty.org.uk with a little spiffy sticker called Passed by Conference. So this is official and approved Green Party policy. From the mouth of a pedophile. A subsequent investigation found that David Chelenor had posed a, quote, major safeguarding risk when working within the Green Party, and that Amy had committed a, quote, serious error of judgment in working with him after becoming aware of the charges. Well, no shit. Aw, he's so proud of his dad. Little sick fuck. After leaving the Green Party, accusing them of transphobia on the way out the door, of course, as they always will, Amy joined the Liberal Democrats, where history quickly repeated itself. The Lib Dems launched an investigation into a whole new safeguarding concern. This time the alarm was sounded over Amy's American fiance and now husband, because of course they're. Yeah. Nathaniel Knight and his sexual fantasies involving children. Let's have a gander, shall we? 1. This is quotes from Nathaniel Knight himself. 1. I have given a reply to a self-claimed 13 years old girl on Quora on the topic of masturbation. I offered the advice that masturbation is natural and should be explored as safely as she sees fit. I posted no images or graphic descriptions there. Oh, you're a saint, aren't you? 2. My YouTube favorites do indeed contain the Vocaloid song titled I Can Take Off My Panties, which is a song lyrically about teenage girls exploring the mental and social lines between adult and child. Like many Vocaloid songs, it is an upbeat pop song. Sounds like grooming, motherfucker. To be. And the lyrics hold deeper meanings than a cursory glance at the title might suggest. I'm sure it does. Into the wood chipper now. And 3, yes, I have written smut. I've written smut featuring minors. I've written smut featuring incest. I've written smut featuring things that are not ethically sound or morally right in the real world. I also write smut featuring adults. Well, you into wood chipper and Amy face the wall. Although his Twitter account is no longer available for public view, the screen grabs remain and the thread has been archived, because the internet never fucking forgets. But Amy's troubling associations don't end there. Meet Peter Katrina Swales, a trans-identified male, freelance programmer, and very close friend of the Knight Challenors. That ugly thing. That thing right there. Right there. Now, on social media, Swales' aliases include Nico Soon and some of this other bullshit. This puppy play, this whole disgusting thing. This is not an ad on the website. This is an actual person's profile. Yeah. So, we're going to skip over some of this for just a moment. Now, Swales is the moderator of over 80 Reddit communities, and most of them are LGBT sites, and many are aimed at children or young teenagers. For example, LGBT, where Amy Knight is also a moderator. There is Reddit Trans, where Amy Knight is also a moderator. Amy Knight, as in Ashton, the one with the father, who he let dictate green policy after being convicted as a pedophile. That's Amy. Transgender teens, trans bodies, TG Media. And that, kids, is why you turn on the Do Not Disturb on your phone when recording videos, because things can pop up just for no reason whatsoever. Onwards! TG Media, I can't work out what this sub is about, but it does have suspicious child-related content. That's because it's tabletop gaming media. This is all children's interests, by the way. And Pokegirls, which is a place where other children gather to get basically nude photos of Pokemon. Because of course they do. Because of course pedophiles are modding and monitoring these spaces because they want your fucking kids. As per the title of this video, probably. So, evidence suggests that this individual, who's moderating subreddits with Amy, is still in a relationship with both Amy and Nathaniel Knight. Because of course they are. Because of course they are. No! So, skipping over a shit ton of degeneracy, images, and posts to obscure sites that no one should absolutely have to dive into to, to understand the depth and depravity of these three individuals. To sum up, Ashton slash Amy Challoner grew up in a house where his father raped and tortured a 10-year-old girl whilst wearing frilly dress and a nappy and calling himself Lucy. From a very young age, Amy slash Aston had intimate relationships with at least three much older males, two of whom claim female identities, all of whom are part of the furry slash fur baby slash adult baby slash nappy lovers fetish scenes, all of whom seem to have a deeply troubling interest in prepubescence, and one of whom, Amy's husband, has openly expressed his sexual fantasies involving children. Whilst we might recognize that Amy Challoner is a tragic victim in this mess, a victim well beyond repair, in my opinion, we must remember that positions of power and influence he held and how quickly and easily he reached them. He was the Green Party's LGBTQI and Equalities Officer. Imagine actually fucking having this position in a political party, you goddamn hacks. Stood for Parliament, and in local elections was even in the running to be the party's deputy leader. He campaigned vociferously for the Green Party to adopt the policy of self-identification, crushing any dissenting voices. And in 2017, Amy and his father took out a private court injunction against another member of the Green Party to prevent this individual from speaking at the Green Party conference against the policy of self-identification for trans activists. Amy then tried to bring criminal prosecution against Healy for hate speech, which the police eventually rejected. Thank God Britain had one moment of fucking clarity. Amy attacked the police and CPS for failing to act, which, by the way, in the UK is not Child Protective Services. This is the Crown Protective Services. Just so you know. For failing to act, and was even given an opportunity to complain to a parliamentary committee. Oh my God. Andy Healy is still waiting for a suspension from the Greens to be lifted, and has received no apology from those who called him a bigot for raising concerns. The deputy leader of the Green Party should be doing a lot of soul searching. Indeed, in fucking deed. Not only did Challoner hold tremendous sway over a major political party, he often appeared in the press and was given a regular media platform. Furthermore, after the revelations about his father and husband-to-be, Challoner was on the Stonewall Trans Advisory Board until as late as July 2019. He was advising the charity which provides for schools, public bodies, and innumerable businesses. Ugh. While women like Helen Watts were losing their positions for raising concerns about Stonewall's advice, this young and deeply troubled boy, ushered into positions of power and influence by his pedophile father, close at heel, and his furry, diapered, much older boyfriends lurking in the background, fought ferociously for the rights of males to identify however they want and smash basic safeguarding principles. Did nobody stop to wonder why? And that's pretty much why. That sick, gross image right there. And the reason why? Hopefully I don't have to say it again, but I'm going to say it again. They're after your fucking kids. Stay carnal. God bless. Good night.